What up, everybody? It's your boy AJ to the BI, also known as Hobby.
Yes, it's your boy DJ Rooster all day, baby.
And don't forget to check out our socials. Check us out on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and always share with your people. Hit that notification bell so you get notified of new content every time we upload. And yeah, baby, share with everybody you know. You heard?
That energy is live today, man.
Yeah, we live in effect. I got another Marvel shirt going on. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, Deadpool all day, baby.
We promise you people we're not going to get to no Marvel conversation, even though we should. Because new things did come out.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into it. Maybe another episode, but new things did come out.
Maybe when Disney 23 Day come out.
Yeah, we're going to pause on the Marvel for a little bit, but we always have Marvel left.
Yes, sir.
What we got today, man?
Yo, I mean, how's your day going? Let's start off with the day. You feel me?
Yeah, true. No, my day's straight, man. Honestly, I've been doing a lot of things, making some new beats. You know.
Okay.
I'm making some new mixes.
You sent me that beat.
Yeah, I've been kind of studio heavy.
Good.
You know, that's the thing people don't see is that, you know, they say, oh, you made this beat. Oh, you in the club DJ, and it's like, you don't understand the hours that goes into it. Especially, I didn't want to say especially DJs because that's not fair, because producers do the same thing. Producers are doing their craft and making their beats.
That's a fact.
And,
that's a fact.
You know, once they have the artists and where they want to get on the track, yeah, it's nice to see people perform it, but you don't see the hours and months and sometimes years.
Yeah, because people don't see the behind the scenes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. So, like, it's humbling, but, you know, I can say this between anyone that's in the studio, whether they're a DJ, a producer, a singer, a songwriter, whatever the case may be, that's peace. That's really peace. You get it really is. Like you get it. You get into that, and it's
relaxing.
It is definitely. It's just like, you know, someone that's making a painting on a canvas. Same thing.
It's like me drawing. That's
exactly.
Relaxing, you know what I mean? I could draw all day, son, you know what I mean? Let me roll something up and I'm drawing, bro.
Exactly.
Like, all jokes aside, bro. Like, that's where I come up with my best creations. All jokes aside. If I'm like sober and I'm just chilling and I'm trying to draw, not gonna lie, sometimes it'd be dope. Sometimes it'd be like, damn, I really drew that.
Well, the funny thing is, if you remember, you know, that's growing up, you know, in the 90s and early 2000s, a lot of the people on stage and whatnot, they were doing God knows what, you know, and unfortunately some of them aren't with us anymore. But sometimes, you know, that's where creativity comes from. And believe me, I'm not telling anyone to go out and do anything crazy. That's what I'm not saying. But if you're an art, anything is an art form, okay? And however you get there is how you get to it. Even if you figure, I have to try to be sober to do this, you got to figure it out. It's going to take time. You know, you have to get into your peaceful zone. And once you're in your peaceful zone, you can do it forever.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It comes like second nature.
It's like getting on the bike.
Literally.
Yeah.
Once you learn how to ride,
you good.
You Gucci. There ain't no forgetting, no nothing. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, shit, my day wasn't that bad, bro. It turned out to be good. You know, the sun came out. It's nice out. You know what I mean? Like, I know it was raining for like a majority of the day, but, you know, the sun came out. It's all good now. You feel me? Like, so, yeah. Everything is looking up. You feel me? Just like if y'all ain't up on it, Power came out again. PowerBook 3, Raising Kanan.
You gotta. You know
what I mean?
You gotta educate your brother DJ Rooster on this. You know?
Oh man, yes I do. All right, so if you ain't watched Power, you need to go watch it.
All right.
All jokes aside, I encourage everybody to watch Power 1 so you could understand PowerBook 2, 3. And 4.
But where we at right now in the series?
All right, so right now what came back is PowerBook 3, Raising Kanan.
Okay.
So that's basically like 50 Cent's character, but mind you, Power itself is like a loose interpretation of 50 Cent's life, how he came up.
Okay, all right. So basically, I see what you're saying.
You know
it's
what I mean?
Basically about his life and how he grew up. You know. Obviously, he's not going to drop names, you know, but...
No, right. Not everything happened. He didn't kill his son, you know what I mean?
He's not like, this block and this corner at that bodega, like, nah.
Right, exactly. So it's like a loose interpretation. Right now, they're on PowerBook 3. That came back out, Season 2.
He just came out recently?
No, PowerBook 2 came out last year. But season PowerBook 3, Season 2 came out... not this past Sunday, but the following Sunday.
Oh, so it's still recent. It's still new. It's like episode 2.
Episode 2 just aired last Sunday, and If you ain't see episode 1, see episode 1 because shout out to 50 because 50 you making moves with this power shit. Like this power is crazy.
Yeah, I gotta give it to him, man. Like, that man's an entrepreneur, man.
Yeah,
like you gotta give it to him. Like, he went from mixtapes to national TV. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I was listening to React. I didn't even know he was on that track React with Onyx, and then I was like, oh, it's 50 on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't do too much studio stuff anymore.
Well, because so 50 a smart man. Once he sold that water, it was a wrap. He got his he got his feet wet with the G Unit clothing.
Yeah.
And then he got to the vitamin water.
Yeah.
And then now he did the acting, and then now he's producing. You know what I mean? I think he's right there and producing his own show.
But that's what's up. You got listen. In the music game, you can do it forever, but at the same time, you got to figure out where can I get in, where I fit in. You have the definite avenues of income coming in, man.
I feel like a lot of people's downfall when they get into the music is that they don't think of outside the box.
Oh no,
you know what I mean? They always inside the box. So
listen, I'll tell you right off the bat. When I was DJing like that, like full time, there was times I would be making racks. Like racks on racks.
I believe it.
And because I was making it so much, I could easily just blow through racks the whole night. And I'm like, I don't care because guess what? I'm gonna make those racks back. Right. So and that's what you see in the music industry. Yeah. No one cares until it's gonna sound really old and outdated. But shoot, take someone like MC Hammer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer back in the early '90s was on fire, and now he's dead, bro. Dead, bro.
Speaking of MC Hammer, the funny part about it is, remember I sent you the clip? I was watching Martin. All right, so I was watching Martin on my day off.
Martin, I'm man.
It was the episode when he bought the restaurant.
All right.
And he told Cole to print out coupons and hand them out or whatever, right? Yeah. And basically, they made no money because the coupons that Cole printed out was basically you get comped your meal. You know what I mean? You get like 3 free meals.
Of course, Cole messed that up.
Yeah, always mess it up. Then they ran out of food. You know what I mean? So Martin's favorite words is I don't know where you gotta go, but you gotta get the hell out of here. You know what I mean? Like you gotta get to stepping. You know what I mean? And at the end, the only one who made money was Pam because she was the waitress. So she was counting all her tips, and then.
It sounds like a very Pam thing to do.
Yeah, guess who rolls in? Mr. MC Hammer.
I was gonna say, bro, man.
Nah.
Marty Ma.
Yeah, Marty Ma. Yo, he got some bread. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hell no, I got no bread. Go to your house.
Oh
man. But yeah, so MC Hammer came in talking about how he wanted to buy the joint. So. It's a funny thing that he did a little bit of acting, some music, and
do something.
He's still a preacher. It's still in the gospel.
I know he's broke. I know that much.
I feel like he's been broke once he stopped music, but
no, it's like you said, his downfall is just like a lot of other artists, And shoot, you even take that into into sports. There's some people making all that money, and they don't do anything with it, and they're broke. Like take Shaq. Shaq's a perfect example. He said that
he's a smart dude.
Well, he wasn't smart at first. There's a story on YouTube where he says that he blew at like $3 million in like 3 hours. And
but how old was he when he did that?
He was young. That's what I'm saying. Right. But he said that he bought himself a Mercedes, right? High-end Mercedes, and then his father was joking around, was like, I need a Mercedes. So he bought his father's Mercedes, and then he bought his mother's Mercedes, and his accountant called him like, yo, what you doing?
Yeah, but see, that's the thing that people don't understand. It's like, you could buy yourself things, but to buy your parents things is a whole nother level.
The crazy thing is this, ready?
Right.
It's just because you have that money does not mean you can afford it.
Obviously.
No, but I forgot who the guy was, and I feel so bad. He's a rapper, right? He was talking about how he wanted to buy a Cuban cigar, right? Like a real Cuban cigar.
Okay.
And they're like $100,000, something like that. And he was like, yo.
It's news to me. I didn't know they were that much.
No, he was like, yo, he said, why can't you do that? He's like, yo, listen, at the end of the day, it's not that I can't do it, it's that I can't afford it. And he said that when I talked to my accountant, he said if I really could afford it, like how much money I would need to actually afford it, it was almost like $10 million.
Well, yeah, because you got to make the money first.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people do that, where you are a rookie, or you got your first crazy contract, and you're like, yo, I'm gonna buy a house, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna buy that. It's like, no, you have this over the next 6 months to a year.
Yeah, but that's a downfall with rappers though. Like what rappers or any musician actually, let's not even just say rappers. Let's just say musicians.
Yeah,
they get the advance.
I know.
What I mean, when you an athlete, like.
You gotta
LeBron James.
Yeah.
He's the highest paid NBA star right now.
Yeah.
Okay, he's literally the highest.
I think ever. I thought I just read the article.
Yeah, he's the highest paid NBA player ever.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're not getting it in advance. They're actually getting their money.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But what these artists do, these musical artists, they get advance. Forgetting they got to pay that back. You know what I mean? So paying it back through like their work, you know what I mean? There's shows that they're going on, you know what I mean? There's numerous ways without them having to pay it back physically.
Well, that's the thing. Like I was watching things like that. Kevin Hart said that in the beginning, he made $32,000, right?
Damn.
And he was like, "Oh, I'm rich." He's like, and then his accountant's like, "No, you're broke." He's like, "What do you mean I'm broke?" He's like, "Oh no, you gotta take that money, pay the taxes." Like, what do you mean taxes? Like, you don't come out regularly?
Right.
They're under Kevin Hart, he was a corporation.
Right.
So no taxes.
It was a heart, right?
The Heartbeat or something like that.
Yeah.
Yes, Heartbeat Production. That's what it is.
Right.
So he didn't realize that they don't take taxes out immediately.
No.
So he said he was down like $500,000 in taxes.
Yeah.
So he had to pay that back. And now what he does now is that when he gets paid, he takes a percentage out and just puts it in the bank account for taxes. Like, that's not my money. You know what I'm saying? But that's
a smart thing to do. That's like when we was growing up. How many rappers went to jail for not paying their taxes?
I know. Wesley Snipes, remember that whole thing? He a rapper, but Wesley
Snipes, an actor, he ain't paying not one taxes.
But you got to be smart. That's why they say that when you get into this business, whether it's acting, sports, whether it's being a musical
anything you're gonna make money on,
you have to be financially smart, because a rapper is one thing, because you could be hot one day and not, in musical artist or even an actor, same scenario. But an athlete, they could be the biggest player ever, below their knee, and be broke. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize that, because it's like, I'm making the money. Like, they don't. There's so many.
I mean, I think it's a little different when you're locked into a contract, because you blow your knee out for the season, but you're still playing next season. You're still getting the same pay next season.
Not necessarily, because what if that contract is just for a year? So you good for that year? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but most contracts aren't like that. Depending on the player, I would say. Like, if they took you from another team, then I think that's when those type of contracts, the season contracts, come into play.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like the Yankees, right? We got
who you get?
Benintendi, right?
Okay.
I call him Nintendo because the way his last name is. I got names for a lot of these players, all right? Like one of the pitchers, I call him Ralph Macchio.
All right.
His name's not Ralph Macchio. It's a whole different name, but I just call him Ralph Macchio because his last name kind of sounds like Macchio, but it's not. And he's actually a pretty good pitcher, by the way. But they got him for a season. They took him from a different team, and then they got him for one season. His contract's up at the end of the season. I don't know if because they say he's a free agent at the end of the season, but I don't know if the Yankees are gonna keep him or they're just gonna let him go.
Well, but that's what I'm saying right there, where it's like, I say this all the time when people win lottery. I don't give a damn how many millions of dollars you have. If you don't invest that correctly, that's gonna go down to zero, and you'll be right exactly where you're at. So
that's true.
You got to be so smart. When I've already said that if I ever got a huge lump sum of money, I'm taking care of all my personal bills. I want to be. My whole goal is to be debt free. My house, the new house, and everything like that. And then from there, before I spend the money on anything, I want to make sure that this chunk of money is making more money, so I never have to worry about anything.
And I feel like that's what a lot of people's downfall is. They don't try to invest.
No.
They just listen to what they hear. And they're like, damn, I got to be that. I got to be the hottest person out there. I got to have all these thousands of chains. And
what was it? That lottery that just passed was like $93 billion or something like that. Out of that, I think the person who won only got like...
Well, after taxes, depending on where they won at.
I think it was only $80 million. It was something insanely...
But it depends on what state.
I think it was New. Oh no, they won. It was New York, but I think they won Chicago.
Chicago won.
So that was nationwide because it was like Powerball or something like that. Yeah,
it's the Mega Millions.
Mega Millions. Yeah. So No, I'm just saying you got to be smart with it, man. Because I've seen so many stories. Some women, all that money, and what's the first thing they do? They buy a huge mansion, which is
because they don't know no better.
But I'm saying it's cool because like, oh my God, this is so great. But then when it comes down to paying mortgages and then the taxes and then, oh my God, I can't sustain this. It's a problem.
Think about it like this. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You've been broke in your life, right?
What, me?
Yeah.
Of course I've been broke.
All right. So there's people out there that haven't been broke. Whether they're not making enough, or whether they're skating by, they're not broke. You know, I've been broke.
Yeah.
So I already know, okay, I can't go back to this. You know what I mean? So how am I not gonna get back to this, right? So obviously maintaining a job, that's the one easy thing that everybody could say. Right?
Okay.
You gotta maintain a job. Second thing is that if you're going to maintain a job or you're thinking of something that's going to make you money quick, right? Let's just say like this podcast, right? Mm-hmm. Let's just say we get a contract making buku bucks, right? Yeah. So like, yo, I like your podcast. All right, so now we get these buku bucks, right? A person like that listens to like hip hop, all that, they're going to spend that money. You know what I mean? They want to live like a rock star without living like a rock star, right? But a person like me that been broke, that know better, is going to take that money and I'm going to invest it into something else.
You got to.
Like Shaq, for instance. I'm sure I had this conversation with you about Shaq, okay? How he invested into a whole bunch of Chick-fil-A's. He invested in
Papa John's.
Papa John's. All right? And then the number one thing that I like that he did, besides obviously investing in himself, okay? He saw like, okay, Michael Jordan. $100 and something dollar pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, you know what? I want everybody to wear my sneaker. So what he do? Besides investing in his own sneaker, he put it in Walmart. So everybody could buy it.
Yeah, no.
He don't care about how much the sneaker costs. Well, he's still gonna make money.
Because the story behind that was I think the deal was with Reebok or something like that. I want to say it was like Reebok or something like that, and he was making it was something like he was basically when the shoe first came out.
He wasn't on anything.
Like I know that he was charging the price. Like the company was charging the price.
I think. You know what I'm saying? I think you're right now. I think about it. I think you're right on that.
I think it was like Reebok or something had the price. He was cool with it because he didn't know he was young.
Right.
And then he said the story goes that a mother's kid, walked up to him because apparently that man loves shopping at Walmart. I don't know why. I wouldn't.
Smart man.
I guess, but whatever.
I mean, with the exception of clothes and stuff, I want to be shopping at Walmart.
I'm just saying,
but electronics.
The man's almost like 8 feet tall. Like you're not.
Yeah.
That's even you know that. But what I am saying is that mother said, "Why are you doing this? You know, my kid wants this," and it really got to him. And he said that at that point he called up Reebok. He canceled it. He said, I don't
whatever company he was with.
Yeah, and then he sold it exclusively to Walmart, but he said it had to be at this price. I think it's like $20 or something like that.
Yeah, because he wanted people to wear his sneakers.
Yeah, which is smart. Like you financially, it's like, oh my God, all these hundreds of dollars about you, but realize that
smart as fuck.
The one thing that I think everyone's heard is growing up, don't throw your pennies away, because even though it's a penny now, when you have those big things of water bottles from the head to toe, you have like $90 out of pennies. You'd be surprised. Like just stick to it.
I think when 50 brought on when 50 got the vitamin water, the price I think was up because he owned it, and then I think after he sold it, they either kept the price or they just came down a little bit. But I'm not sure. But I know once he had it, it was up.
I love vitamin water now. I always get the vitamin water zero.
Yeah.
But that's now. When 50 had it, I had to be, like 2000...
Yeah, something like that.
7, 8, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I didn't buy it then. And I know because it was up there, like Gatorade price. It was like $4 or $5 a bottle, something like that.
No, right. I mean, it was more than Gatorade, but...
That was up there. Because it was 50s. You know, he had...
But that's what I'm saying.
And then I remember, it was in the NBA. He had it in, like, certain commercials. He had it in video games. And I didn't even realize he sold it, but after he sold it was everywhere. And it was like cheap. You can buy one for like $1 now.
Speaking of video games, I think he bit off of Shaq with that. Because remember Shaq came out with that Shaq food game? It was like a...
hold on. I love that game. I know I'm the only one that sees it like that, but I remember being a kid playing that game. It was the corniest game, but I loved it. Yeah. They remade it, too. That's the crazy thing. They didn't remake it. They made another one for the PlayStation 4. come on, it was what it was, but it was still cool to see.
Funny as hell, that he came out of a video game, and then 50 came out with his bulletproof. You know what I mean?
50 games 10 times better.
Bro, I was watching it on YouTube, and I was dying, bro, because the things that was being said in the game, I was like, yo, this is hilarious, bro. Like, I wish I would have played that game. I didn't play it.
I played both of them.
I ain't gonna front. I didn't play that game.
The sad thing is, I'm a big video game person. I just don't have time for it. And I probably said this on the podcast before. I can't remember, but I legit have 5 or 6 different games in the case still, and I haven't even touched it. Like, one I really want to play, and please, no one spoil if they haven't played it. The Last of Us 2. Okay. I've played the first.
Was it like a Resident Evil type of game?
Yeah, but it's so much better.
Yeah,
it's so much better that HBO Max actually picked it up. Yeah, HBO Max actually picked up for a series. It's about to be released soon.
Oh, get out! Yeah, they actually made a series. Did you peep the Halo series?
I didn't even play Halo like they're growing up. I played it here and there.
Damn.
No, you gotta understand. With Halo, and I'm about to get all.
I mean, I look around like there was somebody behind me, but I'm sure I say it for the people that were behind me, if any were, damn.
Even with the Call of Duties and whatnot, right? I'm horrible in those games.
Yeah, but you just gotta keep playing until you get better.
I just died. I get so like the last time I was. This is gonna make me sound so old, but the last time I was good at a shooting game like that was
Counter-Strike.
GoldenEye.
Oh my God, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye was a beast.
Funny story. Funny story. So when GoldenEye came out, it was on Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody know that. So Toys R Us at the time, I used to live around the corner from Toys R Us.
All right.
So they used to have the systems when they first came out. They would have it there so you could play.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64 had 4 controllers. Mm-hmm. PlayStation at the time had 2. Then you had the Dreamcast. And I think Sega was Dreamcast.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it, yeah, at that time.
So it was me, my brother, and our boy Isaac. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's my brother's boy. But we was all 3 cool. And we were all 3 video game heads. You know what I mean? We was playing, like, 64 was that system. Back in the day, Nintendo 64 was that system. PlayStation was all right. It was cool.
All right.
But Nintendo 64 was that system because it came with 4 controller ports. So now
you're right. Because the PlayStation at the time, you had to buy the accessory. And then,
to get the extra.
Actually, at the PlayStation, you could have had 8 players if you really wanted to. But
depending on the game, you could have 8 players.
But you still had to buy accessories and whatnot. You're right. I think Nintendo 64... Matter of fact, you are right. Nintendo 64 was the first one to have the 4 ports on it. Right. Everyone else had 2. Even to this day, the PlayStation 4s and the PlayStation 5s and the Xboxes, they all have 2 controllers.
Right.
I think it's the only one that had 4. No.
But
Dreamcast did 2. Dreamcast had 4 too. They definitely. Yeah, they did.
It only had 2.
No, they had 4.
Google it. It only got 2.
Maybe.
No, we'll Google it after. But it only got 2. Trust me, because I'm a big video game dude, and I know these things. So, because the reason why I know these things, because even at Toys R Us, they only had 2 controllers for the Dreamcast. The 64, they have 4.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
All right. So, for GoldenEye, it was the bunker. Okay, everybody knows the bunker. If you know GoldenEye, you know the bunker. So we all have rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Right? And we all running through the bunker. And my boy's like, yo, meet me outside. I bet. So me and my brother, we go outside. My brother post up. The dude don't even see my brother.
All right.
But my brother post up, and he's looking down on the outside of the bunker, right? So he looks down, so when you move, he's just going to follow you, right? Mm-hmm. So I post up somewhere else, right? Now, mind you, nobody sees me. I don't see nobody, but apparently we all see each other.
Yeah.
So I don't know how this happened, but my boy ran out. He's like, yo, I'm heading out right now. So we're standing next to each other, too. It's the funny part. So, but we don't screen watch. We're so focused on our screen, right?
Yeah.
So my boy runs out, and he turns to my brother. Oh, no, he turns to me, right? I'm looking at my brother. My brother looks at him. Yeah, we all 3 shoot the rocket. All of a sudden, you see the screen go.
All 3?
Even the 4th screen. Because when you play 3 players, there's a 4th screen. It's just a camera. Bro, even the camera went red. Bro, that was the funniest time I ever played a 4-player game. That was with 3 people in my life.
That's hilarious, man.
And I play a lot of Halo, and Halo be cracking me up too because but I had the Xbox 360. I was about to say the regular Xbox, but no, the 360.
That's 360 with the.
So I had like Halo Reach, Okay, that was like, to me, it was like the best Halo that they ever made. But then once they sold it and it wasn't the same creators, now it's like 360 Industries or whatever.
All right.
And they revamped it. They did a good job as far as like character-wise.
But it never really was the original.
Never like the original.
That's a sad thing. I know. That's
so I used to piss people off. All jokes aside, because you could hear it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I play online a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. If you got Xbox, Fantastic Fox O is me, or Mr. Fantastic O, something like that. We'll put it up there on the thing so y'all can see. But yeah, I'd piss people off because I would just kill them so many times. They're like, "Yo, are you gonna let me kill you? Like, what's going on?" And it's just like, online shows your real skill. You can't screen watch.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean?
Do that.
And I'm not gonna lie. The reason why I got so good is not only was, but I sucked. Any shooting game, if I have my gun aiming at your head, right? Yeah. But for some reason, I'm shooting past you. I'm not shooting at you. Some of my bullets are gonna hit.
Yeah, but not.
But
you should be a headshot gun. Right. Yeah.
So I got better. I was, my boy, he's a big shooting game person. He's a big gamer to begin with.
All right.
So he's the one that got me into, like, getting better at these games. It's, like, not about just focusing. It's about having fun, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But, sometimes you got to take that extra second. So for instance, if I'm playing and I burn, if I'm playing a shooting game, forget about it. My high is gone. I could be good, then I start playing this shooting game, and then I'm focused.
It's over.
It's over.
No, I hear that.
Especially Call of Duty. That's the worst game you could ever play. Any of the games, any of the shooting games that you got to focus on, it's the worst game you could play when you're ripped.
Listen,
I'm not gonna lie. Even Crash Bandicoot fucked me up a couple of times. All right. Like, nah, bro. Like, it took the high out. Like,
Tiki-san dude messed you up, didn't he?
Yeah,
I was thinking of Unaga.
Yeah, Unaga. Like, you know what I mean? But I like that game, too. That game wasn't that bad. It took me until I was, like, 36 years old to really play that game like that. But,
They actually came out with a 4-4 for that.
Get out of here.
Yeah, they did. And I
got the 3-pack one.
No, but I think this one's exclusive on Sony. I'm almost positive about that. And
originally it was a Sony game.
Yeah, it was a Sony. It was a PlayStation dude. It was their answer to Sonic at the time.
Damn, nothing beats Sonic.
Yeah, it really doesn't. I actually I saw the movie that we talked about before, and I know I said this before. I'll say it again. I immediately went to go buy the classic games and play them again, and it was just there was certain sounds and whatnot. I was playing the game, and my fiance's niece, like, she came in, she was like, I know that sound. Just like, cause it's burnt in your head. Like,
yeah, since you're a kid, like, all jokes aside, fucking Emerald City, like, you know what I mean? Like, Sonic was that game. Definitely was that game, bro. Like, video games, bro. Video games. I wish I could devote so much time to it and be like these kids with their Twitch. I don't even know how that works, bro. Like, I still haven't. I got the Xbox One, and I still haven't programmed it to my voice. And I had it for years.
Man, one day.
Yeah, one day I'll be like, Xbox, record that. If I say Xbox, record that, they won't even register.
Xbox, make me a sandwich.
Yeah, like, shit. Yeah, I got to get back to the game. Last game I really played, I think I spoke about it on the last one of the podcast episodes that we had, was actually Need for Speed Heat, because my boys that I used to work with.
I beat that game. I love that game. I sold the game after that, but it's a good game. It was a really good.
I still got it.
I'd buy it back. I really would.
Bro, I bought my used, and when I opened it, it was crisp.
Yeah, that's
literally like I just bought it for the first time. Like,
that definitely brought back memories.
Yeah, bro, because of Underground. Underground 2 was my game. Yo, I made sleeper cars in that game, where people were like, yo, I took a Toyota Celica, bro. It's like a 2003-ish. Bro, I made that a sleeper car.
I did the same thing to I remember it too. It was a 1992 Toyota Corolla.
You see what I'm saying?
I remember it because I didn't do I did everything engine wise.
Right.
But on the outside, I made it look so crappy.
Like, no, I blacked it all out.
No, I didn't do anything to it. I purposely made it look stock and then worse.
Oh no! I did all the engine stuff.
So
I put all the stuff in the car. I made that shit look good.
And then at that time, you could bring your people don't remember this, but you bring your memory card, your boy's crib,
Yeah.
you plug it in, and you got your cars against their cars. And I burnt people with that car.
You see what I'm saying?
They were mad because they figured, oh, it's no. And and what I did too with it is that you can put certain packs on there where the muffler sounds like really intense.
Oh yeah.
I make it quiet. Completely quiet, so that it would drive up and say, "Oh, that's nothing." Shoot, like what? Like nah.
I pissed people off because so when I was overseas, I had my Xbox, and a lot of people would just come just to play, right? And again, they just couldn't see me.
Yeah.
Oh, and Xbox I think had the full. It's the first one. The
first one did, yeah.
After
the first one, you're right, yeah.
So it's the second one that has the full controllers. So I would, get gaming with my boys and stuff, and for some reason they get like the Skyline, they get the Mustang, they get all these fast cars.
That was the give-me's.
Right.
That was the give-me. That's why you
but
did
then
that.
I come with the Toyota Celica, and I win. You know what I mean? So it's like
you gotta be smart, man. Oh my God, they need to come. They need to remaster that,
bro. But the Toyota Celica at the time, for nothing, I used all the cars in the game, all the cars. The Celica handled like a Porsche.
Yeah.
So that's why I liked that Celica, because the handling was good. It was great. Even though you could get better handling with with the parts and stuff. I just feel like every car, when you go to take a turn, it just drifts and it turns all the way around. Like it doesn't drift good. Like the Celica just drifts perfectly. You know what I mean? Like, and I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna admit it. I'm going to admit it. Okay. Need for Speed had the Acura Integra.
Okay. Yeah.
My brother got his Acura Integra.
All right.
And at the end of the day, he basically, his real life Integra, he made it like the one in the game.
Yeah, that was really cool to do that.
Now, unfortunately for me, I didn't own an Acura. I didn't own a Honda.
Okay.
I grew up in high school loving Hondas.
All right.
Okay. But then a Honda was an everybody car. Yeah. Everybody had a Honda. And they always had exhaust. So I fell out of love with Hondas. Okay? I never liked a Corvette. Why? Because I remember in high school, I was watching a YouTube video. It was a Honda Civic versus a Corvette.
All right.
Corvette, V8, V10, V12, whatever engine is in there. I think it's a 12-cylinder or something like that. You got this four-banger.
I hate full bangers. Like in cars like that, I really hated the full bangers because, and you know me, I love my Honda Accords, especially that body type, right?
Right.
If you see the V6, the VTEC engine, it fills the engine up, the engine compartment up. It's great.
Right.
The 4-cylinder is disgusting
so much room.
because it's like, where's the rest of the engine?
Right.
It's like, why should that even be in there? Like, you have all this space.
All this space.
Yeah.
But the crazy part about it is, them four bangers move. Bro,
I wouldn't think that. I legit wouldn't even look at a four banger.
All jokes aside, bro. I remember getting a plexiglass from my pops, right? And putting it on my desk because I printed out all these different types of Hondas, Eclipses, and all tricked out, right? And I had them underneath all I had them placed perfectly. I put the plexiglass on there so they wouldn't move, right? And then when they became an everybody car, I still have my pictures on there. I didn't really care, but I just didn't really like it too much. But then now, the Corvette, I'm like, all right, let me try like Corvettes. So then back to the story I was just saying, that the Honda Civic ghosted the Corvette.
Mm-hmm.
And once I seen that, now the Corvette was work and the Honda was work.
Okay.
But to see the Honda take off on that Vet like it was nothing.
Well,
I was like, nah, that Vet is garbage, trash. You know what I mean? And now here I go. I came from, all right, so I'm a car guy, so the list of cars is weird, right?
all right.
So now, mind you, the reason for this story was because I had a 2002 Volkswagen Jetta.
All right.
2.0, no turbo. You hear that? No turbo. Okay? Bro, that car was slow as balls. Literally. Had nothing going on with it. I thought it was cool. I had the Altiza lights at the time.
Yeah.
Okay, Altiza is just a fancy way of saying the clear lights in the back.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I got my little build going, you know? And then I threw 2 12-inch subs in there, so now I'm shaking the block, you know what I mean? You know, good looks to my boy for that one. But, yeah, I was shaking the block with them subs, man. I remember driving, and this guy next to me had a Talon.
All right.
A Talon faster than my car at the time, obviously. It's not a fast car, but it was faster than my car. He bumping. I'm in CI. He bumping. And I'm like, oh, I know he ain't bumping.
Isn't that horrible? Like you see a car like that and you know you shouldn't race, but it's like, I kind of have to blow. I gotta blow him out the water real quick.
Nah, see, I wasn't even trying to race. I just said I know he ain't bumping. So I had the DJ Khaled CD. Okay, listen. You know what I mean? So I bumped. Holla at me, bro. The bass on that song. Period. Once it hits, DJ, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, ooh, okay. I was only playing songs with mad bass in them, bro.
That was that time, man. They legit had bass CDs. Remember back then?
Yes,
they had bass CDs. You get all bass,
all bass. The songs with the hardest bass. And I remember I bumped it, and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wait.
Right. I'm gonna wait for him to get there.
So as soon as the bass dropped, boom, 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 I looked over to this dude, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna notice this because his subs ain't like mine.
My man made a left turn. I was like, nope, can't be in front of that car.
Bro, this guy looked around, bro, like he didn't even know who is bumping like that. He was like... And I'm like, yeah, and I'm looking right at him with the biggest grin, like, yeah, that's me, bruh.
Man, it be like that sometimes. What can you say?
That's me. He had like he probably had 2 10s.
All right.
I had 2 12s. You know what I mean? 1,000 watts. He probably had like some 500 joint. You're not comparing.
The problem with stuff like that is you really have to do your research on that. Because some people really put like extreme audio equipment in there where it can rattle like crazy, but they never take into consideration, what about my windows? What about this? And I've seen it. I've seen people turn it all the way up and the whole back window shatters out, or just like you, dude, you need to know. Like, and if you try to do that, I know the competitions, they get reinforced glass in their car for that reason alone, because
yeah. Bro, I'm telling you, I went to the Roosevelt Field Mall, and I rolled in the indoor parking. And I'm like, yeah, let me put this song on. As soon as that bass hit, woo, 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 everybody looking like, come on!
It's like, don't be mad at me because I like to enjoy some music in my vehicle.
Yes, sir.
Just because this is your car is sensitive to a little bit of bass.
Yes, sir. I'm telling you, once you get your I guess your experience or the first time when you have subs in your car, there's no turning back. That bass doesn't hit the same.
I tell you right now, the next car that I get, right, I'm making a whole, what's it called in the fucking trunk?
Oh, you want to make your whole own custom box?
Yes. I'm definitely doing that because, and I think we talked about this before, right? But it's just, it's so nice. If you really do that,
because it's clean looking.
It is, man. Like, honestly, and I think that's the best way to do it, because I've had the external boxes in cars before and whatnot, and it's just...
Yeah, the standalone joints. That's what I had. I'm used to standalone.
It looks nice, but I also feel like it's so sloppy, and then also it's like all the wires and everything in the way. Like if I'm
if you go to somebody good,
I
know,
but the point of fact is that it's still exposed. Whether you have the, you know what I'm saying, you still have the box, you might have the tweeter and everything else that goes into it,
right?
Because some people put it in the trunk, then some people put it like underneath their seat. There's ways you can go around it.
Yeah.
The point of fact is that it's still exposed. Like if I'm gonna do something like that, I'm gonna spend the money and the time and get it hidden and complete. Like, where is that coming from? Like, I'm gonna, like, if I have to repair something, I'm ripping this apart. Like, that's what I'm, you know what I'm saying? But that's just me though. That's just me. Maybe it's a little OCD. I don't know.
Nah, I've always had standalone boxes, but then my Lancer. So I had a Mitsubishi Lancer 09. It was black. So when you hear the term triple black, it's because of the Lancer.
Yeah, the regular Evo.
Nah, Lancer, no Evo.
Okay.
Not even a Rally Art, but it was a GTR.
Okay.
It was a step below the Rally, which I wish I would have went with the Rally. It's a lot better. Like it's faster too. but mine had the whole Gretty full cat back exhaust. Yeah. It came like that, right? So again, once you get your hands and you get your little taste on these little mods, you can't really go back because you just miss it. Mm-hmm. So that's why I got the axle backs on my car now. It drones a little bit, but whatever. Eventually, I'm gonna get a full cat back.
All right.
Because it's a dual exhaust, so it costs a bit of bread. But I can make it a single. I just don't like the way it looks when it's a single because my car comes with two.
I don't like any car that's single. Like my car now is a single, and I want to split it to a double. To me, it just maybe symmetrically. It just looks better.
Yeah, but technically you really can't because of the way your car's set up. You know what I mean? Like, if your car was like, so if you got like the newer Accords or even the Accord, because you have the Acura CL, which is the Accord body style.
Mm-hmm. All we're gonna need is a bumper.
No, it's not even that. No, it's piping.
Oh, okay, but I can always just slice it. Do what I gotta do.
See. For somebody who doesn't work on cars, you make it seem so simple.
I'm just saying, I've seen and worked on cars where basically if they didn't have the connection for it, they just split it, weld it.
No, you would buy the dual exhaust for your car, and you would make it work. Like a lot of people. All right, so back to the BMW world. Okay, it came from an E46 body style 330, 2000s. Okay, I don't remember what year exactly, but that had a single exhaust. All right. But if I wanted to, I can make it a dual exhaust. Obviously, just get actual.
Well, here's a question.
It's a quad exhaust with M's. Actually,
here's a question. Right, what's too much exhaust? Yeah, I'm glad I'm glad you said the quad, and I feel like there's a car that has an 8.
No.
You know what
I'm saying? Too much exhaust would be like, for my car, right? 2010 G37 Coupe.
Yeah.
Okay. Too much exhaust. I see on YouTube that people actually put the quad on a G37, and I'm like, bro, that don't even look right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because technically, all right. So the big debate, what people don't understand or what people don't want to believe, is that technically in Japan, my car is a Skyline. Okay, the Affinity doesn't even exist in Japan. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's all Nissan. Okay, so little history.
Technically, if you really want to go to it, it's technically Datsun. Okay, if you really want to go to
it. Well, that's back.
I know what I'm saying, but if you really want to go into it, I'm agreeing with what you're saying.
Right. But that's way back. That's before Nissan became Nissan.
I'm just saying, but you're right because there's a lot of brands out here that technically just in America. If you go anywhere else,
correct,
it's a whole different model, completely different model.
Correct. Like people don't even know that Lexus is Toyota. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's just a higher end Toyota. That's why if you look at
Nissan is
Nissan is
Infinity. Infinity, yeah.
Just like Volkswagen is Mercedes and BMW.
That's the other one. But it's all the same car. Like,
and Audi actually. That's what Audi, Mercedes, and Volkswagen is the same.
It makes me laugh when people say, "I have a Lexus." I look at them, you have a Toyota. Like, shut up.
Well, technically,
you don't have a Toyota. Like, don't.
That's like, all right. So that's like my boy, right? He gonna laugh because I know he tuned into this. So my boy, shout out to my boy Dills. He knows who he is. He got a Hyundai Elantra, right? But if you go to Korea, it's not an Elantra. It's called an Avante. So he debadged his Elantra and put Avante on it.
I would do that.
So no. It's cool for certain cars, but I can't. I refuse to put a Skyline GT 370.
Well, you can't do that out here because you got the GTRs and everything like that.
No. In Japan, my car is a Skyline GT 370.
But not out here.
No, but people do that.
Here. Yeah, but that's ridiculous. And the reason why that's ridiculous is because you're all cool and everything driving around with saying Skyline until what? An actual Skyline.
But see, you're missing the point. Overseas, that's what they're called. You understand? So yeah, you don't look stupid or whatever. Even when a real Skyline pull up to you, which is not even a Skyline, it's a GTR, by the way.
No, okay, yes, you're right.
Until they pull up next to you, whatever, right? Cool. But I refuse to do that because I'm not a racer. Okay. I do not want people to think I have a Skyline when I know is an Infinity.
Yeah.
Point blank. It's Infiniti.
Unless you change up the body style.
You gotta change everything.
Yeah, at that point, you might as well just get a new car.
You might as well just get a fucking Skyline. You know what I mean? Like, cause like, all right. So and speaking of Shaq, okay, Shaq took my car, okay, and sent it to somebody with a kit. Okay, it's called the Vader. Okay.
Okay.
If you don't know what a Vader is, okay, a Vader is about like a $13,000 or about like $20,000 body kit.
Okay.
Okay, so basically what they do with a G37 is they chop the top half. So from the bottom of your windshield onto the back of the bottom of your windshield, they chop it.
It's a convertible, basically.
They chop it. It's not even a convertible. They chop the glass. The glass is
top. The top was about yeah.
Right. No, but they chop it from the top of their door. They chop it.
Okay.
Okay, and then they put the roll cage in, and then they put this big ass kit on the top. So the Vader makes your car look like a Lambo. The doors go up like a Lambo, all that, right? Then they give you the opportunity to, the way that it's built is that you could actually reposition your engine.
Okay.
You could actually put it in the back. You know what I mean? Because technically they give you the trunk, the hood, right, to open it up to see your engine. This is just a G37 engine. It's nothing crazy.
Yeah,
okay, it's a VQ engine. But if you're talented and you could relocate that to the back, then they give you that option, because that's basically Lambos have their engines in the back. All these exotic cars have their engines in the back. Even the new Corvette, I think it's the C9 or C8, whatever, the engine's in the back. Why? Because the person who made the Vet, that was his original idea. His original idea was to put the engine in the back, and they actually did it. So, that kit, you can't even use the regular seats.
So you got to get new seats.
You got to get new seats because the seats are raised higher now. Not that they're raised higher. It's just that the roof of the Vader is low, so you got to check the seats out.
How is Shaq fitting in this?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea.
When you explain, I thought it was going to be raised more. But if you're saying it's lower, that dude, like I said before, he's almost 8 feet tall. Just about like how?
Yeah, exactly. But he got a custom Vader G37. When you see it, it looks.
I gotta look that up. He did the same thing. They have their own page now. You remember West Coast Customs and Pit My Ride?
Oh yeah.
So they have their own page and everything. They still do the stuff. So apparently they did a Jeep for Shaq, and they redid it. I think how they pulled it off is they took a 4-door Jeep and made it into a 2-door. So basically, because he's tall, you know what I'm saying? So basically, he's sitting in the back seat driving the car, and you just think it's 2 seats. In reality, it's a 4-seat Jeep.
That's like them Velocitors. You ever see them Velocitors?
Nah.
So the Velocitors have 3 doors.
All right.
You got your driver door, your passenger door, and I think your back passenger door.
Is that the same thing like the Mazda RX-8?
No, Mazda RX-8 has 4 doors, but
they have the suicide doors.
The suicide doors on the back.
Yeah, okay, that's something.
Same type of concept.
Okay,
but just one door, not the 2 rear doors.
That's dumb.
Dumb as shit. Some of these cars that they be coming out with is dumb as shit.
Listen, if you're gonna do stuff like that, you gotta do it on Bentleys and whatnot, where they legit have like umbrellas and compartments and curtains and. Like I remember the older BMWs when they first came out, in the trunk they had a section just for your golf clubs. It was legit on the back. Yeah. So.
I think the Mercedes had curtains in them. They actually had curtain rods. I know the Maybach has curtains.
Those are cool.
Bro, I seen a Acura with curtains in it, bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
I know, that's what I'm saying. I think if you're talking cars like that, I think the closest I would do that, it's like maybe a Genesis, not the coupe. I would do that too.
Oh, the sedan, the new one?
Yeah, I think I would do that.
Yeah, they boogie.
And then some of the Mercuries, the Lincoln Mercuries, the newer ones are not really nice. Like really nice. Obviously not the race and anything like that, but if you're talking about just status driving around,
like
really,
just chilling.
Yeah, they're really nice.
You want your car for look, not really for speed.
Well, I think everyone should have one car for look, one car for storage, and then one car for speed.
One car for storage.
No, I'm saying like an SUV or something like that. If you got to move stuff like that, you know. I think that's how you really should do. You should definitely have those 3 cars.
See, that's the only thing that kill me is when people buy pickup trucks.
And don't do anything with them. Yeah, no, I agree. That drives me insane. Like I'm not against anyone getting a pickup truck. I'm just not a big truck guy. But at the same time, if you're going to have a truck, use that truck. Do not just have it just to have it. That makes no sense. All the power and all the storage. Go open a business up. Go
really advertise for the amount of power to the amount of weight that it could pull. And
you're driving around like an Uber. Get the heck out of here, man.
With a pickup. Like, I don't understand.
Now,
quad cab, they're like, yeah, we're going to do this. Like, what?
Now, I definitely want to talk about this really quick because I know we can talk about cars all day long.
All day, baby.
As all you guys know, I'm a big wrestling fan and whatnot. And, I know the whole Mr. McMahon thing, Vince McMahon, if you guys don't know, he's not working anymore. He's retired. He kind of, because, he got dumb and he went through a whole scandal.
Nah, he didn't get dumb. He just made a stupid move, but that's fine.
Right. He knows that, right?
Yeah.
So now Triple H is running stuff, okay? And it's been about a month, I want to say, to everything. And so many people are coming back. Like last night, Johnny Gargano came back, completely unannounced. Just walked out, did his promo, boom. You got Dexter Lumis, who he looks like. You ever see that? I think you did see. Remember the show Dexter?
Yeah.
Okay,
Dexter's Laboratory.
No, Dexter. We're talking on Showtime where he was like murdering people.
No. I know what you're talking about, but I never really.
Okay,
watched
so that's how his character is, and it's really creepy. He legit he yoked up the Miz yesterday and had like this blank face that just dragged him out. Just basically at the end of the day, all these people are coming back, right? And a lot of people have been talking about, oh my God, this is how things are supposed to be, blah blah blah. It's just really amazing time, man.
All right,
it's just crazy, man.
Is it they coming back both Raw and SmackDown, or they're coming back on just one?
They still have the split brand, if you want to say that, because technically there's only one heavyweight champion right now, which is Roman.
Oh, he's a heavyweight champ for both of them.
Oh yeah, he's.
So they actually switched it. So it's not heavyweight champ for Raw. And
Roman has the Universal title and the WWE title, which is basically the heavyweight title off of one brand and the other brand. And then his cousins have both tag team championships. They're just rolling around like, you can't touch me. It's ridiculous, the dominance. But
Roman Reigns sucks.
Can't say that.
Oh, I can.
Nah, you don't say that.
Oh, I can. The dude, in my opinion, is horrible.
Why do you say that?
Because he don't got that many moves. A Superman punch, and then his special. And then a boot, maybe, or not really.
Superman punch and a spear. But I hear what you're saying. So the whole concept is this little, I think this year, hopefully, crossing fingers, is The Rock is going to come back and fight him.
Samoan on Samoan crime?
No. So basically, his whole thing is like tribal tree, right? He's like, yo, I run everything. Roman.
Oh.
I run everything. You guys got to fall in line. Talking about his brothers, the Usos. Like anyone has to like basically bow to him, and then he's taking everyone out. He took out Brock, this, that. Boom. So the whole story.
He took out Brock.
Oh, took out Brock like 3 times already. So he's like on this top pedestal. So the whole thing now, right, especially with the whole Samoan thing, they're going to try to get The Rock to come back and basically have The Rock goes like your face right now. Like, no. Who the hell do you think you are?
If they have The Rock come back, right, let's just say.
Yeah.
Like they always have my boy Goldberg come in sometimes, okay?
Goldberg's a man.
He don't have that many moves. I like him because I like the energy he provides.
Well, yeah, Goldberg's a whole different. He's always been a different
two
animal.
moves.
Yeah, but
jackhammer and a spear.
But it was always exciting. I hear what you say with that.
Repeat.
And go home.
And go home. Okay, his matches be dumb quick. I never realized growing up how quick his matches really were because he only had.
I just wanted to see a spear jackhammer have the streak live. I was content. I was happy.
That was it.
Yeah.
Until he went against somebody in the WWE. That
Nash.
No.
Yes. What happened was this: it was like 168 or something like that, right? Crazy number, and he was about to beat Nash. And Scott Hall, rest in peace, because my man just died like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, but you talking about WCW days?
Yeah, but that's what
I'm talking about WWE. He made an appearance on WWE like in 2018, I want to say.
Oh, that was against Brock.
Right. No.
Yes.
Was it against Brock?
The first match back, he was against Brock. And I remember that match because I was sitting there and I was mad that whole WrestleMania 20 match that happened. So he was gone all this time. So I was like, I'm watching this match. And he
won.
He won in like a minute and a half and destroyed Brock.
2 moves.
Yeah, but I was able. It was like, oh my God. Like no one saw that because you know how Brock is.
2. 2 moves. That's it.
Spear jackhammer. End the story.
End the story. That's it. But then Brock beat him the next time.
Nope.
Somebody beat him the next time.
Brock eventually beat him, but this is months after. And now when he comes back, he's like, it's not the same. It really isn't.
No, because everybody knows that he ain't got no moves.
He's not the same. Like, he has his matches and whatnot, but it's just like,
Yeah, I mean, I was pissed because I like both wrestlers. I like Brock, and I like Goldberg. Mm-hmm. But I like them because they're basic wrestlers.
Same thing. They
don't
same wrestler.
have moves. No, Brock
actually can fight, though. He proved that. Like, no, listen, even though he lost, he still went to UFC. He still knows how to physically fight someone. He's not just, a 2-move dude. If he
in the wrestling industry, he's a 2-move man.
That's because he makes himself that way. But if it really came down
to mostly a 1-move man.
Yeah. But if he actually came down to it and you're going to fight him in like an alley, you're dying. Like this.
Oh, yeah. He knows how to fight.
Yeah,
that's like
exactly.
Ken Shamrock. That's like Steve Blackman. Okay, those two, Steve Blackman and Ken Shamrock. You know why I like those two? Because they were real martial artists. They came from the UFC.
Well, that's a whole
that was before Brock.
So how do you feel about that? Because if we really want to put it down, like Ken Shamrock, that was the original Brock. He came from UFC.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
But then when he went back into the UFC, his mind was still on WWE, so that's why he lost.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They need to bring back somebody like Steve Blackman, because Steve Blackman, he would incorporate the martial arts in the wrestling.
Well,
like all of his moves are martial arts.
But they had like an RVD for that, if you're looking back in the day.
Yeah, but RVD wasn't a martial artist. He didn't have martial art moves.
Not moves.
You know how RVD got his name?
Because he looked like
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, Jean-Claude Van Damme, a real martial artist.
True.
RVD, not a real martial artist. He's just a wrestler.
Yeah.
He has the splash, right?
The 5-star frog splash, which is basically a frog splash, just extended.
Right. Yeah.
But no, he's a martial art, but I hear what you're saying. He's not like a crazy triple black belt or something like that.
No, but Steve Blackman brought in the kendo stick, and he would actually like roundhouse you. He would do martial. If you watch him wrestle, he don't wrestle.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like actual wrestling moves.
He don't do that.
Yeah.
He does martial art moves. Yeah. You know what I mean? He'll slam you here and there, but his main thing is martial arts. You know what I mean? Ken Shamrock, he was just a beast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
have you he was wrestling like last year, and he has like that old man like ripped body. Like, it's crazy the way he looks. Like, I don't even know how old he is.
He's still wrestling?
That dude is like old. He looks
like some Japan shit, don't know.
No, he was recently wrestling for Impact, like maybe a year or two ago.
Oh, okay. So it's mainstream, but it's not like WWE.
No, but it was just crazy because the dude that old, he's still like basically in shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's insane.
Still doing an ankle lock.
He can do whatever the hell he wants. But
he had moves.
Oh yeah, but the whole reason why I bring it up, man, is because it's a whole different regime. You know, something that I think a lot of people didn't expect to see. And basically in their lifetime. Like, if I told you like a month ago Vince McMahon's gonna retire, right, you looked at me like I was crazy.
You know, yeah, because nobody would have known that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just.
But he was forced.
Well, he had no choice. He did it himself. But what I'm saying is that just the whole concept of wrestling. Mark my words, and I'll say this on the record. People are gonna start liking wrestling again, like what they did when we were growing up. I'm telling you that because it's just like. The whole issue with Vince is that he was an older dude stuck in his ways. Now you have basically a new guy coming in with fresh ideas. There's basically a new person coming back every week at this point.
Well, Triple H was running NXT for a hot minute.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that's and through that, a lot of people watching NXT instead of the other product. Now that the dude that was running NXT is running all of wrestling, it's gonna be an interesting time, man.
Well, NXT, I think the storyline was a lot better too.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like he just. You know what it is? It has a lot to do with if you're working in a certain company, right? Mm. It's just let's take a mechanic for the point. If I've been a mechanic for 15 years, right, and then a position comes up as a manager, right? By me taking that position, I know how to use that position and work that position because I've had all this experience in my whole life.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? So you take that and plug it into how the whole wrestling thing, instead of just getting some random dude, that has been graduated with a doctorate, or whatever the case may be.
Right.
You know, it's just I feel like the quality is going to be a lot better. You know,
I hope so. I mean, they really need that turnaround because, you know, when they did that split and then out of nowhere it was like SmackDown had better storylines than Raw, and then Raw kind of fell wayside.
Well, the funny thing is you were a very prime example of what I'm trying to explain. You were a wrestling fan just like a lot of us was back in the early 90s.
Yeah, I got to get back into it.
Well, no, but the thing is you fell off, and the reason why you fell off is because of the quality of the content, you know?
Of course.
You know, but obviously just like everyone else, you hear about it, whatever. But if it's...
I actually grew out of it, though.
But
I think that's my biggest thing is I think I really grew out of it instead of, like, growing with it. You
okay, I can understand that.
Like, I didn't really grow with it. Like, I grew up with it. And then once I started doing other things in life, like military and all that other stuff, it kind of just fell wayside. Like I watched it here and there.
But
like,
if
really.
you heard, like, you know, like recently with WrestleMania, Austin came back and had a fight, right? So a lot of people who haven't watched it, oh, shoot, Austin's coming back? I'm going to watch it. Because it's just what they're attached to. You know what I'm saying? I just think, in all in all, I think things are going to be really different. I think, like I said,
they need it to be. You know what
it's going to be nice. Like I said, I remember, I hate saying things like this. Make me sound so old. Like TV Guides. Remember TV Guides going up?
TV Guides?
Yeah. You know, they would have, like, you know, wrestlers on the front page, you know. It was just unheard of. But it was so popular at that time just because of what was going out.
Yeah.
I'm saying we're gonna see a resurgence in that. It's
Man,
I'm
so old.
time.
I remember when my uncle, in his basement, he had like, I guess the boiler room in his basement, but he had like mad boxes, and in those boxes were actually every issue of the WWE magazine, and that's how you knew. Like reading that, you're like, all right, so yeah, wrestling is fake, everybody, whoop-de-whoop, but they do got some real stuff happening.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I didn't know. So, back in the day, there was a guy named Big Boss Man. He was a cop.
I think a lot of people know him.
Yeah, if you don't...
It's your fault.
Yeah, but Google him. Big Boss Man had a fight with Nails. Nails was an inmate, okay? And in that fight, Nails really beat the daylights out of Big Boss Man with the nightstick. Now, this was supposed to have been fake.
But it wasn't.
But it wasn't, because you have a person portraying an inmate and you have a person portraying the law.
Yeah. So
you got to kind of, the law can't win all the time. You know what I mean? And the way that Nails did Big Boss Man, I think that was his last fight, because he really put Big Boss Man in a condition where he had to take off a little bit. Like, and they actually showed Big Boss Man
hurt
out of the wrestling gear, and his eye was black and blue. He had bruises all over because Nails beat him with a nightstick.
Well, I'll give you another one. So, piggybacking off of that, right?
Right.
So, Nails also wanted to get paid more than he was actually worth, right? And it happened legit right after that match, because that was like a SummerSlam match. And the only reason I know
it was like a main event.
The only reason I know is because of the story I'm about to tell right now. So he went to Vince, right? And said, yo, I want to get paid. Vince was like, no. You know? And he choked Vince out. Legit, really choked Vince out. He got arrested. He's been in, and then he went to jail. Like, legit, real jail.
I feel like Nails is a real inmate.
No.
Sorry to say.
They said
like
that
he's a real inmate.
He choked him out, right? Physically, like in the back. And they had people had to get off of him, get him off of Vince and whatnot. They called the cops, and then that was it. He was fired immediately. But there was like, really something off with him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I believe it.
Like, I remember as a kid, I was just like,
Bro, that match was intense. I remember I was reading, like, I didn't watch it. I was actually reading it in the magazine. And I was seeing pictures of the whole match. And I'm like, damn. Big Boss Man really got his ass handed to him, bro.
Which is, it's so messed up, man, because there's those positions, like, they're trusting you with their bodies and their lives, and they're just going to business for yourself and do that. That's not cool.
No, it's not. You can't just do what you want to do. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Like, I think if you do that, like, right off the bat, you should be banned from life, you know?
Yeah. I agree. I think so too. I just think that's insane. What?
But I'm gonna say we give this 6 months. We're gonna revisit this because I'm really interested in how this is gonna be.
Yeah, just remember that, y'all. 6 months, we're gonna revisit this topic, and we're gonna see if it actually did go up or if it went down.
Yeah, like cause
it's gonna be a tough one.
I'm just saying, it's a new regime, man. Like this is just, this is almost as crazy as if like when Jeter retired or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Jeter, you gotta watch the Captain.
Oh, you were talking about that before.
Yeah, it goes in depth about Jeter's life and his career. It's actually a great documentary to really watch because it gives you a different side of somebody like Jeter. It made me look at him a lot differently because
a positive way or a good?
A positive way.
It's like something like
I'm a big A-Rod fan.
No, I'm saying, but
I was a big A-Rod fan.
But the documentary is something like how Jordan's documentary was. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah. And Jordan's actually in Jeter's documentary.
Oh, really?
Because believe it or not, they're actually really good friends.
Okay.
Literally really good friends.
All right. I don't know where that
Only reason why, all right, so I'm the type of guy, like, all right, so when I see something popping, not popping, but like, a lot of people that I know like something, I'll do the opposite at the time. So, a lot of people like Jeter. Everybody was wearing number 2 jerseys. Jeter was literally selling the Yankees when he was on the Yankees. All right,
yeah,
they didn't need to do nothing. They would Jeter.
Show up, hit, leave.
Not even.
Yeah.
So when A-Rod got onto, I didn't know that A-Rod was supposed to be in Boston at the time, but the Yankees got him. So little snippet of the Captain that you could look forward to. So when A-Rod got into the Yankees, I was a big A-Rod fan because everybody liked Jeter. So A-Rod would hit home runs. He's a power hitter. So that would make me like A-Rod because every time Jeter would get up to bat, he wouldn't really hit like A-Rod would hit. You know what I mean? But there's so much riding on Jeter that wasn't really riding on A-Rod. And Jeter was overall a great ball player. You know what I mean? Yeah, numbers don't compare to him and A-Rod, but if you look at Jeter's history and you actually really watch him play and you was watching him from when he first started, yeah, he was horrible when he first started. But eventually he got better. You know what I mean? And I really wasn't, if you wasn't hitting home runs, to me, you sucked. You know what I mean? That was my opinion at the time. Because I didn't really look at the game.
No, but it's true because that's why a lot of people tune into the home run derby. It's an exciting time to see. No, I agree with you.
Right. And every time A-Rod would come up, well, not every time, but a majority of the times that A-Rod would come up, he would hit home runs. Yeah. It's kind of like watching Yankees now when you got Judge and Stanton.
No, it's true because back in the day, it was Barry Bonds, Mike Piazza.
Yeah.
You were excited to see them at
Remember Mark McGwire?
Yeah, I remember him, yeah.
What was it, like 30-something home runs or something like that?
He was the one to play on the Cardinals, I remember him.
Yeah, but remember he was doing the home runs when they were counting them down?
Oh, yeah.
This is like, yeah. So they did the same thing with A-Rod.
Okay.
They didn't do it with Jeter at the time. But I would say watching the Captain made me like Jeter as a ball player because Jeter was a smarter ball player. Like, Jeter just was smart on and off the field.
Well, it probably goes back to what you were saying at the beginning of the show. More businessman than anything else.
No, he was more of a team player.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
A-Rod wasn't a team player.
He was just looking out for
He was looking out for himself.
Okay.
Right? So, when you watch it, we'll rehash this, but I suggest everybody that's listening watch The Captain because you're going to see a different side of Derek Jeter that you normally don't see. You know what I mean? And not for nothing, watching that, I see, if you guys are huge Yankee fans right now, okay, Judge is going to be the next Jeter.
Okay.
Okay, because he's a team player. He boosts the morale of the team. The only difference between him and Jeter is that he's actually hit more home runs than anybody on the Yankees ever played.
All right.
Like, he's up there with people back. Like, he's actually, I think he's not. He hasn't. There's one person that hit more home runs than he did that he's catching up to.
All right.
Out of the whole Yankee history of players, This guy is catching up.
Okay.
To somebody who was there before he was even born.
Yeah, because Jeter is what, like, comparison, we were talking about Jordan, they kind of look at him like the Jordan of the MLB, right?
Yeah, but I just feel like you can't say, so like Jordan, the thing that really was rolling around was, so if there was no Pippen, there would be no Jordan.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
You understand? But even I think on his documentary, I think he kind of shitted on Pippen.
A lot of people, man. I forgot the name of the documentary. That's another one I have to watch too.
Yeah, I gotta watch that too.
But a lot of people were really upset with Jordan because he was like really, really hard in that documentary. He just let it all out. He didn't care.
Yeah.
You know, so it is what it is.
That's a downfall. If you had all right. So what? It was Jordan, Rodman, Pippen, Kerr, and why am I forgetting one more person?
Rodman?
I said Rodman. I said Rodman, Jordan, Pippen, and
Luke Longley. Trying to think.
Because I know Kerr, Steve Kerr, your boy.
Yeah, my boy.
He was on the.
It was Kerr, Pippen, Rodman, Jordan. I think it was Luke Longley. That was their
team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I just feel like, you know, with the exception of Kerr and stuff, but I just feel like that Pippen was a good player. Rodman was a great player.
Rodman still has the rebound though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no one's touched that.
I don't think anybody touched that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look that up. Don't quote me on that, but I'm gonna have to look that up. But that was the dream team. As far as the Bulls were going, they were winning championships.
I think well until recently, they were the only team where they were like 72-10.
Right.
I think I want to say Celtics, not the Celtics. Golden State beat. I can't remember the record, but I think Golden State did beat it.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I gotta look into that other thing too that made Jordan really famous when he did that dunk from the free throw line.
The ones on the sneakers and everything.
Yeah, I gotta look into that because I don't really think he did it. Like I think he was like a footer.
There was some controversy about that, but
there was a lot of controversy.
But at the end of the day, it's there. It's on the posters and everything. No one's gonna take them all down for an inch off.
Yeah, something like that. But I just see like everybody liked Jordan. I didn't really like Jordan. I really wasn't a Jordan fan. I'm not gonna lie. I really wasn't a Bulls fan because I didn't live in Chicago. I live in New York, so I'm a New York team.
We already know my allegiance lies.
Yeah, but you grew up in Bayshore.
Don't matter. I love the Bulls. All right, always have, always will.
Forget the Bulls, bro. Word up, because they ain't doing nothing right now.
And like I said, we'll go back to it again. Steve Kerr is the head coach of the Golden State Warriors.
Wait, so are you still a Chicago fan to this day?
Honestly?
Because I don't think I see that Chicago hat.
No, honestly, I am. I really am. Like, even though I don't watch
Isn't that a Celtics hat you got on?
Huh?
What hat you got on? I see a B on there.
What you mean? I'm just repping my New York. Doesn't mean...
Oh, the Nets.
Yes,
Brooklyn Nets.
But I rep my New York, but if you really come down to it, I'm still a Bulls fan.
Oh, Elijah one. Hakeem Olajuwon wasn't he on the Bulls?
No, he was on the Houston Rockets.
No, different red jersey.
Let me tell you, I do not know a lot of the players and everything now, but back then, I was a hardcore NBA fan. Hardcore.
I was only hardcore when it came to NBA Jam.
Well, which is another game they redid.
Yeah, he's on fire.
Boom, shakalaka.
I'm weak.
So.
Damn. Yeah, that's another documentary I gotta watch.
Yeah.
Definitely watch The Captain, though. The Captain was a great documentary, like I said. But yeah, other than that, the Yankees are doing great. The Jets are playing. See, my family's a big Giants fans, and again, I have to be the other guy, so I went with the Jets. I really don't know why I went with the Jets. Don't quote me on it. Don't be, I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. I don't really watch the Jets like that, but I am a Jets fan, not only because my family was all Giants fans, and I wanted to be different. So, growing up, I've always had a Jet jersey. Testaverde, Shabbat, I've always had a Jet jersey. And now, I have a Sanchez jersey, another Jets jersey. Number 2, last year, me and Dirty Drew went to the preseason game of the Eagles and the Jets.
The MetLife
that was our second preseason game we went with each other. The first time we went, I was talking hella crap, and I'm like, yeah, the Jets fly over the Eagles. So
that's true. It's so funny you say that. I completely forgot that it's this season.
Yeah,
the preseason's coming up.
2 games already.
I gotta go.
What's your team on the football goes?
So, my team, even though I don't watch football like that, will always be the Vikings because my father is a huge Viking fan.
They're not a bad team. Like they haven't really been a bad team like that either.
My father, once he was born, he's gonna get mad at me for this. I think he was born in '59. Always mess this up.
Sheesh.
Okay, so he's been watching, the Vikings since then. They've gotten to 4 Super Bowls, never won. Recently, and this is maybe like 10 years ago, remember when Brett Favre was on the team?
Bro, I can't even say I remember Brett Favre being on the team because Brett Favre was on the Jets too.
I know. So it was this right before he went to the Jets. So
wow.
It was the Final Four. All he had to do was take a knee. And it would have been in, the Super Bowl. Brett Favre decided to pass the ball, interception, touchdown. I remember this to this day because I was going to call my father, like, they're in the Super Bowl. And once I saw that, I slowly went, no, I'm not going to talk about that.
Wait, he was Green Bay, right?
He was Green Bay, and then he retired, and then he went to.
But wait, he started off with Green Bay.
He was with Green Bay, and he won Super Bowls with Green Bay. Then he was retired. Then he went to the Vikings, and I only remember this because my father looked at me like, "Oh, it's time," and then that happened, and he was like, "Don't speak to me about Brett Favre again." Like I know when he sees this show, he's gonna be like, "Why did you talk about Brett Favre?"
Yeah, I did not tell you. I know you old, but I'm still gonna whoop your ass. Like, no, but when I thought the same thing, like your dad. I ain't gonna front. Shout out to your pops because when we got Brett Favre, because I ain't gonna front. All right, so as much as I say I don't really watch the Jets, I do watch the Jets. Not a lot, but I do.
No, but when you're home on a Sunday and you know the team, I hear you say.
I do watch it. So let's be real. Like, so when we acquired Brett Favre, I thought we was gonna win. And I know I call him Favre, but it's Favre. You know what I mean? But
didn't you guys get kind of Favre? I think it was the same situation. You got to play on something.
No. Forget that. Brett Favre sucks. Okay? I'm not going to lie. When we was versing, the time when we got him that year, right, it was like this big stink because we was versing the Raiders, right? And the Raiders got us into the end zone, right? Their end zone. So they call it the black hole.
Okay.
Okay? And Brett Favre went in the black hole. So if he would have got tackled, it would have been a wrap.
Yeah.
Dead ass. It would have been a wrap. So the fact that he was able to make a completion pass out of the black hole, it was like this big fucking thing. And I saw that, I was like, yeah, Brett Favre, we Gucci, we going. We ain't going nowhere. We still lost that game.
Oh, my God.
Just like when we got Michael Vick.
Brett Favre got it. That's right, Vick was on the, yes.
You see, I do be paying attention to my team, yo, like, dead serious. That's why you see me with the Jet hat sometimes. I got a Deadpool one on now, master shirt, but you see me sometimes with the Jet hat because I do pay attention sometimes. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When I get the chance, and I get, I'm a busy dude sometimes, but when I do get the chance, I do pay attention. And when we had Michael Vick, I thought the same thing. I'm like, oh, yeah, baby. We gonna go to the Super Bowl. Did he not play? Like, they literally benched him. He didn't even play, bro.
Oh,
like,
my God.
What are we doing here? And then we had Sanchez, okay, number 2. He's supposed to be like this great quarterback that they got straight from college or whatever. And, like, every time he played, he would throw interceptions. It's like, bro, what are you doing? So, back to the story. First game, preseason game that I went with my boy Dirty Drew, we lost. Horribly. Okay, I was talking hella crap.
Real quick,
on the way home,
shout out to Dirty Drew. I keep saying
yes,
it.
Sir.
I gotta come see you, man. It's been a minute.
Sir.
I keep seeing the videos.
I saw him last Sunday. I did the rear rotors content coming soon. Not too much, but you get to see.
Shout out.
So we lost, and I was talking hella crap going there, and I was quiet the whole way home. Okay, then we went again last year. Okay, because we try to make it a tradition when they're in New York to, go see the preseason.
Yeah.
And I was talking hella crap again. I lost my voice. I ain't gonna front. I was actually paying attention to the game like I always do. When I watch the game, I pay attention.
You were at the game, right?
Yeah, I was at the game.
Well, I hope you paid attention at the game. You paid money.
Nah, like, some people just. I don't know.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not driving all the way to MetLife not to pay attention.
And we drove. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If I'm not going to pay attention, I'm going to sit at home and watch it.
When I was there, I was twisted. I was drinking. You know what I mean? I was in it. You know what I mean? I was talking junk to Dirty Drew again. And I told him, I was like, yo, your son got the wrong jersey. So, you know what I mean? He needed a Jet jersey, all right? So, he got 2 sons. I was saying that for his one son that shared my name. He actually has a son named Adam. So, yeah, that's the funny part.
So give my name back.
Yeah. But y'all know me as HA to the BI. So, anyhow, so boom, back to the story. So talking hella junk, and no lie, bro, we were 1 touchdown away from just not tying the game.
Those are the worst.
Now, I didn't know that preseason doesn't go in overtime. This is when I found out for the first time. I'm 37 years old. Okay,
it just ends.
It just ends a tie.
Yeah,
that's it. So I didn't know that. So I'm like, fuck. So boom, we leaving the stadium. The TV is on. Okay, and like, yo, anybody, we gotta use the bathroom real quick before we go. And I'm plastered, and I'm watching it on this TV, and then this guy comes out, and he's watching it, and what happens? The Jets score. The Jets tie the game. Now I throw my Gatorade like, yeah, we just tied the game, but that was it. That's all we did was tie the game. So this year. Okay, I get the text because I forget the preseason started. You know what I mean? I'm still in baseball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm watching baseball, okay? Now, mind you, okay, I forgot. He told me, though. He said they're playing in Philly.
All right.
He's like, I was like, damn, I don't know how we're going to get to Philly. He's like, yo, there's a will, there's a way. But we didn't go, okay? We forgot. So, real life happens, So, boom, he sends me a text. And he says, it's going to be the first and last time this ever happens. All I get is that text, right? And then I get the picture. And I'm like, oh! 24 points. We win the game, baby. First time we won, and I wasn't even there, bro. Like, that sucks to not be at the game and your team wins.
I know.
Right? And then, you ready for this? Before this podcast started today. Okay? I checked the stats.
Uh-oh.
Because we had a game yesterday that I missed because me and my girl were watching the Yankees. All right? And guess what? We went against the Falcons. Okay? A second bird-ass team. You hear that, Dirty True? Bird-ass team, second bird-ass team, but it's the preseason, so it really doesn't count.
It don't. It really don't.
But I had to text him. I had to text Dirty Drew. Don't feel bad. Your team isn't the only team to lose to the Jets with the same points. 2 games, 24 points each, and we won.
You better calm that down and wait for week 1.
Listen, I get so hyped in the preseason, and then when the regular season comes, and then we fucking do horrible, excuse my French, we do horrible, I'm like, damn.
That's why I said, ring it back. Just look at it, thumbs up, keep moving.
But I can't.
Wait till week 1. What was the preseason, like 3 weeks or something like that? It's not even that long.
No, it's not that long, but at the end of the day, it just, it gives me hope that when I see that we're starting to do good, that when the regular season comes, we're going to do even better.
That's why I like me. First of all, I'm not a huge football fan, but if I am going to watch football, I don't even look preseason. I wait till like week 5. Then I start like.
I know. That's how I should really be looking at it. But I ain't gonna front. When the Giants started losing, I was happier than pig and shit because I'm like,
in the preseason, right?
No, in the regular season, the Giants are doing it just as bad as the Jets, and I was happy as a pig and shit because guess what? Now all y'all Giants heads. Y'all not winning. Y'all can't talk junk about the Jets not winning because the Giants wasn't winning either.
Watch, just because you said that Giants are going to win this year.
No, they're not. I don't care if they have Victor Cruz or not doing the salsa. You're not doing it.
All right.
Not doing it.
But let's pick this up next time, man.
Yeah. Stay tuned to the next episode. Unfortunately, this episode is coming to the conclusion.
Really quick before you cut that out, man. We were talking about before the show, man. We want to start doing
oh,
there you go. We're gonna start doing favorite drinks. All right.
Yes, sir.
Me and Hobby gonna pick our own bottle. We're gonna have a sip.
Yes, sir.
While we doing the show, we're gonna show you what the bottle is.
That's a fact.
See if you like it. You know what I'm saying?
Fact. And also stay tuned too, because Digital KAP is working on a segment.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because there's some things that I kind of
gotta get off
the chest. You know what I mean? It might be getting off the chest. Me, Hobby, and Rooster gonna get some things off the chest. Like, for instance, quick example before we go. Why do people do the dash in traffic? Okay, like they fast, and then when a fast car comes behind them, they want to slow down, and they want to look in their mirror like you the one
mad at you.
that had the problem. Like, I don't understand people, bro. That's I'm not gonna lie.
Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much. Don't give him too much.
You're right. You're right.
We'll discuss about this.
Let me dial it back.
But next week you're gonna see me and Hobby with our favorite drink. Let us know.
Yes, sir.
Let us know
and
if you
don't
like
be doing the dash if you can't keep up. And when somebody doing the dash behind you, keep it going. You the leader now. We following the leader.
Calm down.
That was a little preview.
I know, calm down.
Little preview for
calm down.
Another segment called "Getting Off Your Chest." You heard?
Ozzy, now you named it. All right.
That's it. The name ain't gonna really stick too much. I gotta do my research, but if it's good, it's gonna be getting it off of your chest. You heard? And like always,
there you go.
Like always. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Spotify. Check us out on Apple Podcasts. Check us out on Amazon. Check us out on all our social medias. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, share, smack that notification bell. Smash it. Hulk smash it, you heard? That's what it is. It's your boy H.A. to the B.I., also known as Hobby.
Yes, it's your boy DJ Rooster all day, baby.
And like always, do me the hugest favor of your life. Enjoy the rest of your day, you heard? We out.
Let's go.